So the title that I have for our men's devotional today is called Being Fit to Excel.
All right, come on.
So my aim is to encourage us all this morning with this quick lesson. Hopefully my aim, won't be far off. So by show of hands real quick, how many of you guys train in a sport or just overall workout at a gym? Yeah, that's pretty much all of us, right? Yeah, how about, all right, so Brennan, tell me, what do you do to get fit or, to train in that sport?
Well, when I was training, I would be running every day in addition to practice, after practice, weight room, healthy eating,
Right.
as well as dieting, all that.
Right, and that's necessary, bro, if you want to excel, right? Who else raised their hands? You ready? Go for it, Anthony. What do you get?
I started to do like 30 laps around the soccer field, sit-ups,
Okay.
push-ups, and then like they split it in teams.
Nice. Anybody in here go to the gym? Go for it. Weight room every day, right? Conditioning. On top of on top of all that training, I think we all agree that training and working out is important and is a necessity for improving our craft if we play the sport or if we just want to maintain physical health.
Right.
Pretty much. Like for me, I played football, back in high school though. Before my injury and everything, most of y'all already know I played football, ran track. And in the process, I had to go through conditioning. I'm talking running, weight room. I had to go on the film room, watch the plays. I had to learn the plays. We had to go on the field and practice those plays. It was so many intricate details that went into training so I could get right. So on top of all this training, we have a lot of things that also motivate us to continue and strive to stay physically fit and reach our goals, right? For some of us, some of our memberships really were based off of when we go to the gym and stuff, we look at fictional characters like Goku and Vegeta. Those are probably the reasons why we signed up for the gym membership. We're trying to get big like that. But we can look at the facts even and see that, being physically healthy is a great thing for all of us. Here's just a few facts about exercising that I got from athletics.carleton.ca. I'm gonna spit towards y'all. So the first fact I got is exercising improves brain performance. Cardiovascular exercise helps create new brain cells, and this enhances brain power and also brain activity. Second fact, you get sick less often. Amen. Exercising regularly helps boost your immune system. This means you'll get sick less often than people who don't exercise. Fact number 3, working out enables you to sleep better. Most of us here are students, and y'all should take that to heart. Fact number 4, it increases productivity. Exercising increases the number of endorphins that are released into your body, and those said endorphins also help produce productivity. I'm probably motivating some of y'all to here to just start working out, start making a workout plan and all that stuff, but I know when I first wrote down those facts and also seen those facts, it just motivated me all the more, along with things that I have personally for my own motivations and my own goals of staying physically fit. But what if I were to tell you guys that there's something better than exercising?
All right, bro.
A sort of training that will really get you right. Really get you right. Would you believe me? Okay, Matt shaking his head. I like that. So let's turn over to 1 Timothy 4, verses 7 to 9. We're gonna read from there.
Come on, Ray.
All right. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 7 to 9 says this. Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly.
Nice.
For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. This is a trustworthy saying that deserves full acceptance. So my question to all of us here, guys, is, are you in shape both physically and spiritually? At this time when Paul was writing to Timothy and even before and after, their lives, the ancient Greek and Roman culture put a high value on physical exercise. In our society, much emphasis is still placed on, exercising and just physical fitness. Legit, you could go ahead and check your Instagrams and your TikTok For You pages, and it's like everyone is in the gym getting right. Although physical fitness contains some value, godliness and godly training is of more importance.
Right.
I know I just gave a few amazing facts of what you get out of, physical training and, about working out. And hopefully it does motivate us, some of us to want to work out and to treat the bodies that God has given us with care, but we should also keep a healthy perspective that no matter how much we work out and train, our physical health is and will always be susceptible to disease and injury. That's just how it is, right? You know, just bringing back that Goku illustration. I don't know if any of y'all watch Dragon Ball Z. I'm pretty sure like most of y'all, you know, Rob is a big fan. I know that for a fact. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys in here watch Dragon Ball Z. Y'all know what it's about. Goku, Vegeta, you know, Gohan, Trunks, and all of them, right? But if you were to see Goku, he trained from, if you never watched Dragon Ball Z, most of us may know. Goku trained from when he was just a youngin', like a kid, when he got on Earth, to all the way to when he was a full-blown adult. And in the process of training, he got so strong enough to defeat Frieza, you know, all the strong enemies. And in the process, you know, he went Super Saiyan, which I know all of us probably tried to do when we were young. I know I'm personally, I don't know about I can try, no, I'm just playing. But, you know, like that was admirable, and I think that helped us a lot when it came to like, you know, our sports, when we try to play, you know, when we try to work out and everything. I know for me, you know, I had a Goku shirt, I think, like his gi, you know, when I went to the gym and stuff. It was just like an under, you know, fit shirt. You know, it was a motivator, like, you know, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan today at the gym. You know, that's just what I'm gonna do today. But in all actuality, if we were to go to further into the storyline, when they got to the Android saga, right? What happened to Goku? Most of y'all may know. Really, you were shaking your head. He was like, yeah, no, I know. Goku got sick. And all that training that he started when he was a kid, up until that point, when they needed him the most, he got sick. And in the canon universal line, he eventually died until future Trunks came and they gave him the cure, right? All that training was of some value, but it doesn't have the same amount of value as godliness. So I say all to say this: our physical health cannot totally sustain us, but our faith in Jesus can. Our faith can sustain us through any tragedy. Paul tells us that the value of godliness and being spiritually fit and healthy has benefits both in the temporal and eternal sense. A truth that we need to know and take from the scriptures that godliness makes the life that we now currently live better. You know, in John 10:10, Jesus says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Though godliness does not make this life the most comfortable, or you might not have the most like material wealth, or the most pleasurable, you know, things, or easy, or just overall just the easy life, right? But it undeniably yields better results and benefits than physical training. Godliness leads to the best, the most contented, and the most fulfilling life one can live in this world. It makes one fit to excel. It makes one fit to excel in a life where everyone has succumbed to excelling in the physical realm and aspect of things, right? With godliness, I believe that you will have much better brain performance, much better sleep, much better productivity, and in your sickness, when your body may be rocked, your soul will be unbothered. It makes us fit to excel. But just like getting fit and seeing gains in the gym, godliness and training doesn't come by not doing anything, right? Spiritual development and physical development share some similarities, don't they? Like with each, growth only comes with exertion and proper feeding. Paul tells Timothy that the same work and commitment that others put towards physical training and exercise should be toward the pursuit of godliness. So how can we train ourselves in godliness? You know, let's talk about, you know, proper feeding real quick, because diet is everything, right? When working out and training, you know, you can kill yourself at the gym. But if you got a terrible diet, man, I don't know. It's like you're wasting your time. You know, the same can be said about trying to get fit spiritually as well. Galatians 5:16 says this: "So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh." What is your soul feasting on? Right? I was talking to a brother, you know, a couple days back, even a week ago. He was just telling me how, you know, like he changed up his diet. He went, you know, he became, you know, he tried the vegan route a little bit, but also, you know, he started eating meats, a little bit more meats, like fish, chicken, and all that stuff, the healthy, healthy, less fatty stuff. And he told me that, if you really want to see results at the gym, it's all about your consistency of your diet. If you feed yourself junk food, you're gonna get junk results. That's just how it is. But if you feed yourself lean, protein, not just snacks and Oreos, you're gonna see some results that's gonna literally last you for some years. You're gonna be looking at yourself in the mirror like, yo, look at this dude. You're gonna see transformation. You're gonna see maturity in your body, right? So we can't just eat one time a day or just straight up spiritual junk food too and expect ourselves to yield results. We ultimately need to come up with a meal plan throughout our days that'll feed our souls spiritually to see the spiritual gains. That may look like prayer walk, that may look like praying together, that may look like an extended amount, time when you have with God, deeper study in a specific topic or whatever it may be. I think we all should design a meal plan for our souls and not just for our bodies, right? So let's talk practically how we can train, because I want to get to that. To train ourselves in godliness, we must train and develop our faith by one, using our God-given abilities in the service of Jesus in the church. What are your gifts? Are you exercising the gifts that God has given you for the building up of the kingdom? My encouragement is to ask those close to you about this. Just like on a team, right? If we play basketball like we're about to do now, or if we played any other sport, you got different types of people playing different types of roles, and within those roles is crucial. Same thing can be said about the church as well. We all play a crucial role in the building up of God's church and His kingdom.
Come on, bro.
To train ourselves to be godly, we must do number 2, make a daily habit and practice of reading our Bibles. 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17, a very familiar passage to some of us, most of us probably here. It says, all scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. Training in righteousness, so that the servant of God may be what? Thoroughly equipped, right? Thoroughly equipped for every good work. The word of God is our spiritual weights, y'all. It's also our spiritual bread and food on top of that too.
Yeah.
And guess what? The Holy Spirit is our trainer and our spotter. What are you feeding yourself in your times with God? And is it working towards growth?
All right.
Growth in your knowledge of God and growth in being a disciple. Is it growing? Is it maturing you? And to train ourselves to be godly, we must do number 3. We must train together, literally. I hear this all the time. I'm telling y'all, and it's true, but Christianity and discipleship is a team sport, literally.
Yeah.
Is it because I said so? Nope. It's because in God's divine wisdom, He made it like this. In Ephesians 4, verses 15 to 16, it says, instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become, in every respect, the mature body of Him who is the head, that is Christ. From Him, the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love, as each part does its work. We ask people, well, I know I do, how do they get their gains in the gym? I'm trying to have veins popping out my arms, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get big. So, usually that's like the question that we typically ask people who are, experts, who do know what they know, like what they're doing to gain that physical maturity, that building up of their body. And I want to say the same thing could go with us. Do you have mature counsel? Are you feeding yourself with other brothers as well? Are you working together? As a team, really, right? Just imagine if the world sees our spiritual gains. They'll be coming to us and be like, yo, how did you do that? How did you get this? Who are these people? How did you meet them? I guess we're going to point it back to. We'll point it back to God. We'll point it back to Jesus. And that's how He get His glory. That's how God get His glory. These are just some practicals and how we get fit to excel while we live here on earth, y'all. As we get ready for communion, guys, I want to say this. I think that, today we're going to have some fun, or at least I hope it'll be fun for all of us. I mean, we literally just started sweating as soon as we hit the court. Everybody was balling up. But, we have an opportunity to work out our bodies by playing some ball. Just like Chris was saying, and also like what Mark was saying too in the beginning before the sermon started, You know, I think all the more importance is for us to be working on ourselves and also together spiritually so that we can also ball spiritually as well. You know, but together as a church, as a body, as a brotherhood, you know, as a team. You know, going back to Jesus, right? You know, some people have these role models just built up, you know, posted on their walls, on their Instagram channels. I mean, not channels, Instagram pages, YouTube channels and stuff like that. Okay, side by side comparison. I'm trying to be like him. I'm trying to get like him. You know, when I grow up, type of thing. We have the same thing too spiritually. And I mean, y'all can take a 100% guess of who that's going to be, right? It's going to be Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? And Jesus sets the bar. You know, God sent Jesus down for us to have a model to follow after. If we want to get right, we want to get spiritually right, well, we got Jesus to follow after. You know, we are following Jesus in the first place too. But he's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger like type of role model that we have. We won't ever get like that, but we can strive to be like that. We can strive to be spiritually mature like that together as well, right? So as we get ready to take communion, y'all, you know, my encouragement is to really have some reflection on this too. You know, to be fit physically, but also more importantly to be fit spiritually as well, right? Are you fit spiritually and physically? That's my question I want to leave to y'all, and hopefully, you know, y'all reflect on that. But let's reflect on what Jesus has done for us. You know, through the breaking of his body, through the blood that he shed, he'd allowed us to even have a spiritual meal plan in the first place. So let's think about that, guys, and thank you so much for allowing me to speak. Hope it was a good one.